Good morning and welcome to Strength and Balance. My name is Hannah and I am a senior fitness instructor with Stonebridge Community Services. Welcome to our Wednesday morning class. Today we are using the timer to help guide us through this full body strength workout. We have 8 exercises to do. We're going to do each one 3 times. For 30 seconds each time, a short break in between each 30-second set, and then a longer break in between each exercise. For these exercises, you will require a set of weights. I like these dumbbells. You can use whatever size feels great. You could also use evenly weighted objects from around your house, something like soup cans or full water bottles. Those work really well. Make sure you have a water bottle that's just for drinking and keep that handy. You need the space to move around and you need comfortable clothes are nice, space to move around. And then for the second part of the class, which is balance, let's make sure that we're close to some kind of support furniture, like a chair, table, back of the sofa, kitchen island, counter. I use the wall here. Sorry, I'm slightly distracted. I don't know if the camera, if you can hear the noise. Sounds like there's some kind of vicious attack going on in the other room, but it's just my dogs playing around, but it feels very loud right here. Okay, we are going to stand up and we will warm up together and then we'll get right into this workout. All right, let's stand up nice and tall. Oops. And let's march on the spot. Here we go. Marching, lifting those feet right up and letting those arms move forwards and backwards, arms swinging naturally at your sides. Let's take a nice deep breath, a big inhale and exhale. Deep breath in and out. Reach those hands up. Slowly lower down. And again, deep breath in and out. Good. Let's pull our shoulders up towards our ears. Relax them down. Lift those shoulders and lower. Pull our shoulders up and down. Let's lift and lower. Good. Let's roll our shoulders. Nice big circles. Good. Let's roll those shoulders forwards. And let's make those circles bigger. Reach those hands forwards. Nice big circles. And let's go back in the other direction. Good, relax those arms. Let's tap our toes forwards. Good, and toes to the sides. Good, let's take those heels forwards. Oops. Moved my mat. Good, and heels to the sides. Good, let's take one foot, tap your toe and heel. 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 Let's switch to the other side. Tap your toe and your heel. Toe and heel. Toe and heel. Toe and heel. Toe and heel. Good. Let's bring those feet together. Let's tap our toes. We can wiggle our fingers. Good, let's tap our heels and tap those fingers to your thumb. Good. Let's tap our toes, both feet at the same time, and let's circle our wrists. Good, and tap those heels. Circle those wrists the other way. Good, let's have a hand on the wall. I want you to take one leg and swing it forwards and backwards, keeping that upper body fairly still so we're moving from the hip. Good, let's switch to the other side. Swing that leg forwards and backwards. Good, relax that foot here. Excellent. All right, we're going to start the timer in just a moment. Before we do that, I'm going to demonstrate the first exercise, which is going to be a squat. You're going to stand with your feet a little wider than hip width. My feet are about shoulder width here, so wide feet. I'm doing a wide squat. I'm going to take one foot and I'm going to lift my heel. So just my toe is on the floor. So I've got one foot flat on the floor, one foot, my heel is lifted, just my toe is touching the floor. And from here, I'm going to squat. This does make it feel pretty different. One leg is working very differently to the other. The second round, we'll switch feet. And the third round, we will maybe switch each time we squat, we'll choose a different foot. Okay, 10 seconds to prepare. Feet in that wide foot position. Let's lift one heel. Standing up nice and tall. We're going to inhale, sink down. Exhale to stand back up. I'm not using any extra weight for this one, just this elevated heel. Let's make this a little more intense. I really feel it in the hip on that side. If it doesn't feel right for you, if it aggravates anything, remember you can put both feet flat on the floor. Good. Couple more. 2 seconds. Great. Pause here. 10 seconds rest. I'm going to place that first foot down on the floor. Lift that second heel. And we'll do 30 seconds with the other heel raised. Here we go. Again, if this is the hip that finds this a little bit tricky, remember you can keep a heel touching, both heels touching the floor. Chest nice and tall. We're slow as we sink into the squat. A little bit quicker as we stand. Two seconds. Good, feet flat on the floor. This time, if you're lifting a heel, we're going to lift one, squat, and then switch, lift the other. So we'll alternate from foot to foot. Here we go. Good. Inhale, sink down. Exhale to stand up. And we're switching that lifted heel each time. Couple more seconds. Good, both feet flat on the floor. Take 45 seconds break here. Grab a drink if you want to. All right, we're switching to upper body for the next exercise. So let's grab both weights. I'm going to stand with my feet hip width. My knees are soft. I'm going to hinge forward at the hip here. I'm going to do a row. So I'm rowing back one arm and then the other. And then I will do both hands at the same time for a couple. All right, 5 more seconds of this break and then we'll begin. Knees soft, let's hinge forward. Rowing back one hand and then the other. And then both hands for 2. One hand at a time. Elbow right back past your body. Let's do both hands. Hands up towards your armpits. And again, one more time. One hand and the other. Both hands for 2. Good, excellent. Take a break there. 10 seconds. All right, let's repeat these. We're going to increase the numbers of double hand rows that we do. The knees soft, hinge forward. One hand and then the other. Let's do both at the same time for 3, 2, and 1. Good, one hand at a time. 1, and then the other. And both for 3, 2, and 1. One hand at a time. And then both. Good, excellent. Pause here. 10 seconds. We'll do this one more time. Knees soft, hinge forward here, arms in front of you. One hand at a time. Row, row. Both hands for 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're breathing out as we pull those hands back, one hand at a time. And again, both hands for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, and pause, weights down. Excellent. Grab a drink. Right, we're going to hold both weights again. Weights at our sides. And we're going to march on the spot. So I'm lifting my knees up, nice and high. I'm going to keep my upper body tall, and I'm going to think about bringing that belly button in towards my spine. So we're doing this weighted march. Okay, we can pause about 5 more seconds until the first round starts. All right, here we go, standing up nice and tall. Keep that chest nice and tall. So we're looking up and ahead. We're lifting those knees nice and high. Good, 10 seconds. I'm going to switch. No, we're not going to switch, we're going to repeat. Let's stand up tall. Hold those weights. One hand and then the other. Lifting those knees up nice and high. Shoulders nice and relaxed. Engaging those core muscles, so pulling that belly button in towards your spine. Good. 10 seconds. We'll repeat this one last time. Good, pulling up those knees nice and high. Controlling that foot on the way down. The weights down. Excellent, good. Grab a drink if you want to. Pick those weights up again, both weights again. A weight in each hand. I'm standing with my feet hip width, knees are soft. I'm going to hinge at the hip. This is a deadlift. We're lowering that weight down. And we're standing up nice and tall. Knees are soft is really important. Also think about keeping a flat back, so a straight line from your tailbone to the top of your head. Here we go. Inhale and exhale. Nice and slowly down. Breathing out to stand back up. Excellent. 5 more seconds. Good. Let's pause here. We'll do this twice more. Something to think about when we're doing that hip hinge or that deadlift, we want to keep our shoulders engaged. So I am lowering towards the floor with that upper body, and I'm lowering my hands with those weights towards the floor, but I'm not rolling my shoulders forwards. And you might be able to see that my shoulders are engaged. They're back all of the time. So I'm not rolling forwards and letting those weights drag me down. The lift doesn't come from my hands or my shoulders. The lift up comes from my hips. So hopefully you can see that. And that's something to think about. One more round here. Good. Soft knees, flat back, shoulders engaged. Inhale as you lower. Exhale as you stand. Good. Almost 5 more seconds. Excellent. Pop the weights down. Okay. Grab a quick drink here. Let's pick that weight up. We're going to reach up overhead. We're going to bend at the elbows, lower that weight behind your head. This is about as far as I can comfortably go. And I'm going straight back up to the ceiling. And everybody's range of motion might look a little bit different there. So no right or wrong. All right, here we go. 5 seconds. We're going to do this 3 times. Weight in both hands above your head. Inhale, slowly lower behind your head. Exhale to lift back up. Good, nice deep breaths. Good, take a break, 10 seconds. And we will repeat this. Hands up above your head. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift those hands up. Good, nice deep breaths. Oh, good, 10 seconds. These feel hard this morning. I did these in my workout first thing this morning, so arms were tired. All right, one more. Inhale, lower down. Exhale to lift back up. Nice deep breaths. We're halfway through this 30 seconds. We can make it less than 10 seconds. Good. Very good. Oh, arms are a little bit like jelly now. All right, we'll hold one weight next. I like to hold it at the ends. I'm going to stand up nice and tall, and I'm going to do some heel raises up onto tiptoes, and then slowly lower those heels. And we're going to hold up on those tiptoes for a couple of seconds too. So 5 more of this rest. All right, feet hip width. Here we go, breathing out, push up. Slowly lower those heels to the floor. Let's hold for 3, 2, 1, and lower. Good. Let's hold for 3, 2, 1, and lower. Good. Last couple seconds. Great, feet on the floor. Good, let's stand up nice and tall. Here we go, up onto tiptoes. Slowly lower down. Good, let's up and hold for 3, 2, 1, and lower. Good. Up and hold for 3, 2, 1, and lower. Good, 10 seconds. Let's do this one more time. Up onto tiptoes, lower down. Let's come up and hold 3, 2, and 1, and lower. Good. Good, let's do that one more time. Up onto tiptoes, lower, 3, 2, 1, and down. Great, 45 seconds, pop that weight down. Alrighty, we'll use one weight again for the next one. We're going to hold in both hands, hold the weight in front of you. We're going to pass it back to front, from back to front. We'll start in one direction, we'll do the second round in the other, and then we will alternate for the last round, but you can pop that weight down for a moment. Those hands are rest. All right, now it's time to pick it up. Let's hold that weight in 2 hands. We're going to pass in a counterclockwise direction. We want to think about keeping that core pretty still so that upper body doesn't move too much. Don't hold your breath here, but continue to take nice deep breaths. Good, pause there. And we'll go back the other way now. So passing in a clockwise direction, keeping that upper body still, pulling that belly button in towards your spine. Good, 10 seconds. Let's go back in the other direction. Let's pass back the other way, switch halfway. This is our third round. So we want to get a bit in each direction. Good, excellent. One more exercise to do, friends. You can pop the weights down for this one. Let's stand with our feet hip width. Knees are soft. I'm going to take my right hand. I'm reaching for my left foot. Same thing the other way. Left hand, I'm reaching for my right foot. I'm thinking about keeping my core engaged, pulling that belly button in towards my spine. And I'm also keeping a flat back, like we talked about with that hip hinge. We are hinging at the hip as we reach down. All right, here we go. Right hand first. Inhale, hinge down towards the opposite foot. Knees are nice and soft. Good, 10 seconds. We will do that 2 more times. There we go. Good, nice deep breaths. Excellent, 10 seconds. Great, let's switch again here. This is the last time through. Knees nice and soft. Keep looking up and ahead. You don't need to look down at your foot. Good. Make sure you keep breathing. Excellent. Very good. Very good. Let's put that timer away. Perfect. Grab a drink if you want to. Super. We are going to work on our balance now. So let's make sure we are within an arm's reach of some kind of furniture to support us. I use the wall. You'd use the chair or the table, the island, the counter, back of the sofa, something that's sturdy that can support your weight. So the wall here works pretty well for that. To begin with, I'm standing on with my feet, one in front of the other. Feet relaxed, knees nice and soft, and I'm standing up tall. Let's look up and ahead. And let's tap toes on the front foot. Let's tap heel on the back foot. Sorry, on the front foot. Let's tap our toes on the back foot. And heel on the back foot too. Good, let's tap our toes on the front foot, heel on the back foot. Front foot. It's a tongue twister. Toe, heel, toe, heel. Toe, heel, toe, heel. Let's switch our feet around and try that again, starting at the back. So your heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. Good. Great, and relax there. We will do another one where we stand with our feet really close to each other. So feet really close. I'm going to take my right foot first. I'm going to tap my toe forwards, back to center, then out to the side, and back to center, toe behind, back to center, and around. Forwards, to the side, and behind, forwards, to the side, and behind. Forwards, to the side, and behind. Forwards, to the side, and behind. Good, let's tap forwards. Let's lift that foot. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. You float that foot out to the side, hold for 3, 2, and 1. And bring that foot behind. 3, 2, and 1. Can you bring that foot all the way forwards? Hold forwards for 3, 2, and 1. Out to the side for 3, 2, and 1. And then behind for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's switch to the other side. I'm going to take my left foot, tap my toe forwards, back to center, to the side, back to center, and behind, and back to the middle. Forwards, to the side, and behind, forwards, to the side, and behind. Forwards, side, behind, forwards, side, behind. Good, let's tap that toe forwards. Let's lift, hold for 3, 2, and 1. Out to the side, 3, 2, and 1. Foot behind, 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring that foot forwards, hold for 3, 2, and 1. Foot out to the side, 3, 2, and 1. And foot behind, 3, 2, and 1. Can we bring that foot all the way forwards? 3, 2, and 1. To the side, 3, 2, and 1. And behind, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Feet on the floor. Excellent. All right. We'll stand now with our feet a little bit wider than hip width. We're about shoulder width apart here. We're going to shift our weight from one foot to the other. So I'm lifting up through my heels. And I'm standing up nice and tall. Good, I'm going to take one hand, I'm going to reach in that same direction that I'm moving. So I'm pushing all my weight from one foot to the other. Good. Let's take one hand, we're going to reach across our body. Good. Let's relax those arms. We're going to step from one foot to the other, lift his feet up. Nice and slow. Good. Standing on the right foot, let's raise the left. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Onto the left foot, then raise the right. 3, 2, and 1. Now onto the right foot, raise the left. Bring those arms up in a Y shape. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And the other way. Onto the left foot, raise the right. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And relax those feet. Good. Let's do a little bit on one foot. I'm going to stand on my right foot. Let's raise the left. And let's stand up nice and tall. Foot is relaxed. We're looking forwards. Holding on to that support as much as we need to. It can help to look at something that isn't moving. Focus your eyes there. Let's take one hand, we're going to wave. I think the higher you hold your hand, probably the more challenging that's going to be. This needs to be a small wave close to your body or a bigger wave up above your head. Either of those is fine, or anywhere in between. Can you wave both hands? Again, this can be a small movement close to your body or bigger arms above your head. Good, let's relax those arms, feet on the floor. Good. Let's switch to the other side, standing on your left foot, and let's raise the right. Good. When you're ready, let's take one hand and let's wave. Oops. Good, and if you can, let's take the other hand. Good, and relax those arms. Excellent, feet on the floor. We're going to practice taking a big and unexpected step. So imagine somebody pushed into the back of you and you lost your balance and you had to take a step forwards. When we practice this, we know then that we're going to be strong enough when we land on that foot to be able to push ourselves back onto both feet. And we switch. One foot and then the other. You can make this just a small step if your balance feels a little tricky today. Or you can take a really big step if you feel confident. And you want to bend your knees some, but you can bend your knees a little bit if knee bend doesn't feel great. Or if you're really confident bending your knees, let's do a nice big knee bend. And you can switch it up. So you're stepping one foot forward and then the other. Good. I'm imagining I got pushed. I'm holding myself on that one foot, and then I'm able to push back onto both feet. As always, a hand on the chair is fine. And maybe I got pushed to the side and I have to take a side step now. Good. Well, I want to be visible. Good, let's do a couple more. Excellent, one more each side. Good, great. We have one more to do here. Let's stand with our feet hip width. I'm going to stand on my left foot, tap my right heel forwards. Looking up and ahead, let's find something to look at that isn't moving. And when you're ready, let's take that heel up off the floor. Let's look forwards. I'm going to reach one hand forwards. Ideally, you're going to keep that hand free, or one hand free for holding on to your support furniture. Good, let's reach the other hand forward if we can. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's try the other side. Standing on the right foot, tap that left heel. Oops. Good stuff. Tap that left heel forwards. Let's stand up nice and tall. Look ahead. And I'm going to take one heel up off the floor. Let's reach one hand forwards. And let's take the second hand up if we can. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And relax, feet to the floor. Very good, friends. Time to stretch. Let's take an arm across our body. Let's hold here. Feel that nice stretch through your upper arm, through your shoulder. And take deep breaths here. Switch to the other side. Good. Let's take one hand up to the ceiling. We're going to bend at the elbow, bring that hand behind your back, and let's hold that elbow here. Good, relax those arms. Let's switch. One hand to the ceiling, bend at the elbow, hand behind your back, and let's hold. Good, and let's relax those arms, nice and slow. Good, let's have a seat. Good, we're going to sit forward in our chair, stretch one leg forward, heel on the floor, toe to the ceiling, and let's hinge at the hip. Feel that nice stretch in the back of your leg. Let's switch to the other side, sitting up, stretch one leg forward, heel on the floor, toe to the ceiling, and hinge forward at the hip. Good, let's sit up. I'm going to walk my feet out wide, sit up nice and tall. Let's take one hand up to the ceiling. So it's my right hand to begin with, and then I'm going to hinge at the hip over to the left. And feel that nice stretch all down the right side of my body. Good, let's sit up. Let's switch to the other side. Left hand to the ceiling, hinge at the hip over to the right. Feel that stretch through the right side of your body. Good, sitting up nice and tall. Relax this arm. Let's bring those feet together. Let's stand up. We're going to reach behind us, reach for the back of the room. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, wrap those arms around you. Nice tight squeeze, a pat on the back. Thank you very much, everybody. Thanks for coming and joining me today in this class. I will see you next week.
Thank you. We have 2 today.
Oh, wonderful. I will adjust my attendance.
Yeah, I'm here.
Well, welcome. The more the merrier, really.
Well, I come occasionally.
Okay, let me know when you do because I like my attendance to be extremely accurate. So,
Yes.
I always like to know who's here and joining in.
Okay.
Thanks for joining.
Yeah, I'm his mistress.
I won't tell. What happens on Zoom stays on Zoom.
Good.
Bye for now, friends.